Hello and welcome to Cracked Open, a podcast guiding you on your journey to becoming a vessel of unconditional love. This is your host, Beck Milonas, High Priestess, Channel, and Activator. Join me on this series as I share reflections, insights, and channel transmissions from my journey of walking the initiation path. Each episode is a unique transmission containing supportive frequencies to facilitate the deepest healing, activation, and reconnection with your soul. I invite you to open your mind and set the intention to receive this episode into your heart space. Let's go. Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome back to Cracked Open. Gonna be a short, sharp, quick one today, because I just want to share some shit. I was like sitting out on my deck, orgasming as you do, as I normally do. Just like looking out, and there was like nothing to do, nowhere to be, nothing bothering me. And I was like, I just want to share some of these juicy vibes with everyone, right? Because I think we get so lost in what's not working, what's not here yet, what is blocked, what's stuck, what's frustrating, right? Where we want to be, that we forget to be where we are and be in this moment. In this present moment, there is nowhere to be, and there is nothing to do, and there is only perfection, right? So I just want to bring forth a little bit of a message today, because I feel in the field there's been a lot of people kind of struggling with this 3D, 5D split thing, and there's a lot of messages out there which are problematic because they are almost like making people feel like shit if I haven't anchored into the 5D. There's a lot of hype and this fire horse here, and like if I'm not like surging forward and millions of followers and hundreds of clients and my money's not sorted and my shit's not sorted and my this and my that isn't sorted, I'm a fucking failure, right? I'm not there yet. I'm not far enough. There is this like FOMO going on in the energy, and I'm just seeing a lot of this stuff about the 3D, 5D split, that feels very fear-based. And I just want to bring it back down to basics for you guys. That if you're not there yet, wherever there is, bring yourself back here to now and realize in this fucking moment, there is nothing really wrong, right? In this moment, there is nothing really wrong. We perceive things as being wrong or bad or challenging when we give our power away to something in our external that is making us feel some sort of way, right? The biggest way for us to unplug from the matrix, from this system, which, by the way, is going to start to crumble a lot worse than it is now. So if you're seeing financial pinches or people aren't buying or whatever it is, like this story of oh my God, you're on the 3D timeline because over here in the 5D, I don't experience any of that. I'm like miraculous and this and that and whatever, and that's great for you. But some people are experiencing a bit of a contraction, right? And that's fucking fine. There's nothing wrong with you. But you're going to keep experiencing that contraction until you fucking get this. You get what I'm about to share. And that is, the contraction is only going to continue to happen until you stop giving your power to it. Until you stop giving your power away to the external shit, to this system, right? Stay with me. My higher self loves to, or my spirit, or my ego actually, I think it's my ego sometimes likes to like bring me back down. And I've gone through this loop many times in my journey where I go through this contraction, right? And it's like I zero my money out. I have got fucking nothing. People stop buying, things collapse. I'm like, what's happening? And I start panicking and I start making it mean something about me. I start making it mean like, oh fuck, I'm a failure. I'm not good enough. I didn't, like I'm not worthy. I'm not powerful. It's not fair. The world is out to get. I start creating. I go into this loop and I create stories. This doesn't happen anymore, but this used to happen, right? I'd like contract, or things would like slow down, or I would stop seeing money in my account, or whatever the fuck it was. Someone would break up with me, and I would start in this freaking feedback loop, beating myself up and letting it determine how I feel about myself. And so then I was stuck in this well, I'm just seeing more of the same. And I'm stuck until I got to this point of realizing, wait a second. The minute I get out of this fucking loop is stop identifying with it and realize like I'm an infinitely powerful being and I can choose a different experience right now. And then I took my power back from whatever I was like bleeding it out to. I took my life force back, plugged it back into myself, and it was like, boom, immediately the inverse experience happened. A client showed up, money in the bank, a guy showed up telling me how fucking amazing I am, whatever it is. Like the external representation of me reclaiming my worth and my power and no longer giving it to something outside of myself immediately always showed up when I took that back. Because this matrix, right? You probably know this if you're listening to my podcast, you're down the rabbit hole at this point where I am not lost on you. You know that this matrix is a fucking illusion. You know it. So if you're being squeezed right now, right? And if you're going through some contraction or some money shit, or you're starting to buy into the hysteria or like the stories of this split and like, oh my God, I can't possibly be on the crumbling timeline. No, I like need to, and you're starting to panic and you're like, I have to take action to get myself off this fucking, oh my God, it's a fire horse here. I've got to like do more. I'm not like fucking far enough. Where is my vision that I've been calling it, right? If you're in that hysteria kind of energy, stop. Just stop. Pause. Chill. Okay? Chill. Bring your awareness here and now into this moment. Bring it here and now into this moment. Wherever your life force has gone out, bleeding out into whatever fucking story, whatever fucking emotion, whatever fucking past, bring it here. Here. Here and now. Hit the fucking reset button and realize you can change whatever you're experiencing because it's not real. Okay? It is not real. It is transient. It is temporary. Everything we're seeing in this matrix is an illusion. So why are you letting the illusion determine how you feel about yourself? This is the harder hitting message that I want to get across. This crumble that we're going to go through and we're starting to go through is going to hurt a lot more if you're still identified with these external things to give you your sense of wealth. If you are only feeling like I'm wealthy because of what's in my account, or my work is valid because of the number of followers and likes and people that buy my fucking book or listen to my podcast or come to my events or whatever the fuck else. I'm only beautiful and sexy and magnetic if people are asking me out and taking me out on dates, right? I'm only powerful if XYZ is happening. That is, you are still operating from the third dimension. If you are still using the external reality to base how you are feeling, you will be free the minute you fucking realize, no matter what is going on out there, I can choose how to feel about myself. And none of that shit dictates my worth. None of it. None of it dictates my worth, my value, what I bring into this world, right? None of it reflects my value. None of it. And I've said this a lot on here, and I'm going to say it again. You could do literally fucking nothing for the rest of your life. Not a single thing. And you would still be worthy in the eyes of God. I was sitting out there today and I was like tuning into like what I want to do to like serve today. Because I've been kind of like slack with this. But I know it's because I haven't fucking felt like it. And when I don't feel like it, it's because I'm downloading some shit in preparation, right? My 2 books, they came like, they channeled through so easily when I was in the flow. My 3rd book has been channeling and I've been like, I don't feel like writing right now, right? I've been doing a bit of work with some beautiful support clients in a different field just to have a break, just to do something fucking different for a minute. And because of that, I'm like, actually, I'm just feeling a bit like I just need some space from all of this. So I was sitting out there tuning into like, how do I want to serve? What wants to come through me? Soul, what do you want to create today? What do you want to experience today? And I'm just staring out at this beautiful space that I've landed in. It makes it very easy for me to feel all sorts of ways when I'm looking out there. And by the way that this land came to me, I didn't fucking do anything, nothing, except trust my intuition, take the one action that I was told, which is tell people this is what I'm calling in, right? It's effortless, is what I'm trying to say. Manifestation is actually effortless in this when we're not attached to the matrix way of like, I do this and then this happens, right? Linear. I do this and this happens. This result means this, right? The external feedback means this. I take this action and then this client shows up. I go to this place and then this thing happens. Like, it does not fucking work like that in the 5D. If you're like, why am I still stuck? Why am I broke? Why am I this? Why haven't I jumped into this 5D way of being? It's because the 5D is fucking non-linear. 3D is a timeline. 5D is non-linear. And it's actually on effortlessness and frequency first. Effortless and frequency first. In this new paradigm that we are shifting into, if you are still giving your power away to the system, right? You're not going to be able to manifest because you're still pulling yourself down into the grids of the old earth. New earth is, I sit on what I was doing today, right? I sit on my porch and I ask, what do I feel like doing today? What do I feel like creating today? I'm not trying to think of like, what can bring in money? What can I don't know, like what's going to call in a client? I was like, what feels really juicy for me to do, right? And then I just started orgasming. And I was like, great. It's like, Soul, show me how you want to feel today. I just started orgasming. I'm sitting there orgasming for like a good amount of time. Then it was like, go down the beach. And I was like, great, I'm going to go down the beach. Went down the beach, laid on the beach, ran into someone. Like it was like boom, boom, boom. Felt amazing. Started downloading a bunch of codes, downloaded a bunch of content. And here I am now recording this podcast because it feels good for me to do so. Right? I don't know like who's going to watch this and why this is going to hit them and I don't know what result is going to come out of this. I'm just like here showing up. I didn't even fucking really know what I was going to talk about till I started talking, guys. The point that I'm trying to make, I don't know if I'm trying to make a point anymore, is that this new earth that we are stepping into is effortlessness. It is not based on merit from this old paradigm of merit, having to earn things, having to prove things, having to convince people, having to like the action that I take is equal to what I'm going to reap, right? New earth, the new paradigm, the new way of manifesting, if things aren't manifesting for you, I would be fucking listening to this, is I don't give a fuck what is happening out there. I don't care what I'm seeing in my external reality. I choose to believe that what I desire is on the way. And I'm going to embody the frequency of a person who truly believes that. So I'm going to sit out there and orgasm because I feel so wealthy that it doesn't fucking matter that I have $3 in my account. Because I know that my wealth is inherent. It is who I am. And then it's just attracting through beingness. And then in that beingness, it's like, cool. In this state of being, in this beingness, what do I want to create from this place? With no attachment to the outcome of like where that's going to land and what's going to come from it, right? If you're still going action equals result equals my worth, you are stuck in the old paradigm. If you're still looking at bank account, followers, likes, XYZ showing up to give you that like ping, like the fucking Pavlov's dogs, right? When they ring the bell, the dog starts salivating. It's that experiment that they did. It's a psychological experiment. If you're still looking at that external dopamine hit or that rhetoric or that metrics, not rhetoric, I used the wrong word, that the metric, the likes, the followers, the people buying your shit, whatever the fuck it is, the people validating you to give you that hit. So then you start salivating, and the salivating is like your pussy being wet. No, it's not your pussy being wet. If you don't have a pussy, I'm sorry. It's you're feeling juicy and alive. If you're looking out there to feel something, you're stuck in the old paradigm, right? The real spiritual flex is when everything is fucking burning in your life. You are choosing how you feel. You are choosing what you give your attention to. You are choosing to not take it personally, right? To not make it mean a thing about you. I had this moment the other day where it was like revering. I was like truly revering myself and revering what I've gone through as a light worker, like as a soul, what I've fucking gone through that most people don't see. And I'm not up here just being like, I'm fucking amazing and I've gone through so much and you should like, it's like, I had to do that for me because so many of us don't recognize actually what we have gone through, what we have evolved through, who we've become in the process. And we get so attached to like how it sucked or how it was shitty or what happened in the past that we just keep living in the past instead of being like, I'm no longer that version that went through those things. And those versions, I have reverence for them, but I can't take them into my new reality. They don't fit, right? They can't hold what is coming. The version of me who holds what is coming knows that she's infinitely worthy, regardless of what's showing up in her reality. She knows that she's like divinely provided for in miraculous fucking ways, even if money is not happening, because that's the planet she lives on and that's the relationship she has with the creator. And in these times, which are going to become more and more uncertain, and they're going to try and do all sorts of shit to like, it's a death rattle, right? As the systems crumble, the financial systems crumble, the fucking gas crisis, whatever. I'm not paying attention to it anymore. But it's going to feel like Armageddon out there. But internally, you're smart. I want to say you're smarter than that. You're smarter than letting the external stuff dictate how you feel in each moment, because that is all you have. Your attention, your intention, and where you're directing your energy at any given moment is your power. It's your power. So ask yourself now this question: where am I leaking my power out into external things still? Where am I doing that? For me, this period lately, I know it's like high fire horse, big missions, this, that, whatever, and I can still feel that coming. But honestly, this year for me has been about roots and grounding and like community and like settling and like taking care of my human shit, new car, new house, like stability. Looking at my finances and getting fucking real instead of being on La La Land all the time. God will provide, and God did provide, guys. So it's not La La Land, but it's like now I've got to be an adult and like look at my shit, right? Can't live in fantasy land anymore. It's been like setting this foundation and setting it deep and rooted. And this is like internal foundation too. Like I'm setting my internal foundation of this is my frequency set point. This is how I feel no matter what is going on out there. So we are deeply anchored and grounded. So when that liftoff moment happens, which I feel like is soon for all of us, of like that green light go on your mission, or that like sudden spike in, I don't know, followers, or like the world is burning and you got to step up and speak on it. Whatever it is you're being prepared for, we're all being prepared for different things, right? You got to have that foundation in place now first, right? So Fire Horse year is like, it's a 0 year. It's a year about foundation as much as it is. It's like a year one, new year. It's the energy. It's ground zero. That's the energy. I'm trying to get the word out. It's like, la, la, la. It's about ground zero. It's about a new foundation, a new start, a new beginning. You can't have a new beginning. You can't like gallop off into the sunset, into this new fucking timeline if you are still letting old shit affect you, if you're not dealing with the foundational level. Foundation has to be solid. What are you building your foundation on? This is a Bible verse, right? There's a parable about if you build your house on the sand, right? That house is going to fucking crumble when the ocean comes. So build your foundation on something solid. I'm pretty sure I've used that on here because I really love that. And like the solid foundation is that force inside you, which is your soul, which has been through way harder times than a little financial squeeze, right? Some shit collapsing in our paradigm. It's the knowing that you are an infinite soul. And no one or nothing outside of you can take your power away from you. Even if they kill you, they can't win because you just come back here and do it again, right? That's like when they were burning all the Cathars. There was a big inquisition and they burnt all the Cathars. The Cathars are a Gnostic group, right? They came just after Jesus and they were teaching the Gnostic teachings and they got fucking wiped out. And I have memories of this and I wrote about this in my second book. They were like, the Gnostics were just like, kill me because I know that this is an illusion and I'm going to come back again. Or, sorry, actually they were like, kill me because I want to escape this illusion. right? So if you kill me, you're actually doing me a favor because then I get to escape this archonic matrix and not fucking be here anymore. All of this is to say, guys, stop taking it so seriously. I know it's so easy to get so caught up in what's going on. But I'm telling you, if you can like look at the lack of money in your bank account or that person that used to fucking trigger you or your heart getting blown open and broken by someone or some horrible thing happening in your human's perspective, and you can laugh in the face of the most fucked up thing that you could imagine happening, you have won, right? You've won. I recently had this experience of someone that I have been heavily avoiding for many years because I was so afraid of having to face them, right? Having to deal with it. And it's like come back around. Themes from like years and years and years ago have come back around for me to show me who I am now and how I am now in that situation, faced with whatever the situation was. So say it was like someone who disempowered me massively and made me feel victimized, or say it was like a guy I used to be in love with, and I keep saying fucking 444 today. I looked up 444, you know, and then I see them in the street and I'm like, wow, that's a wow, I really need to like look at my standards, because how the fuck was I drunk that time, right? Something will come back around to show you, and this is what happened to me recently. You're not that same person in that same level of existence and being as you were the last time this came around. So why are you reacting the same? For me, I was like, wow, this is really cool. I'm like, there's like no reaction. I'm not fucking contracting. I'm not trying to hide. I'm not afraid. I'm like, I'm in my power, right? I'm in my power. And that feels fucking amazing. So it's like the more you keep giving your power away, the more the lesson's going to show up. The more that thing is going to stick around. It's like a fucking test. It's like, are you going to get triggered by this? Are you going to get triggered? It's not like a test, like it's mean and God is trying to like test us, because I don't fucking believe that. But I believe our soul is going to keep giving us that thing to be like, are you going to are you going to take the bait? Are you going to take the bait? Are you maybe this time you're going to take the bait? Are you going to take the bait? I don't know. And when you're like, I'm not going to fucking take the bait. I am not taking the bait. I'm not interested in taking the bait. I'm like over here fucking orgasming. I'm not going to take the bait. Right? That's when it's like, stop. It doesn't have to show up anymore because you're not going to take the bait. Right? Stop fucking taking the bait. They're trying to bait you. The system is trying to bait you into being triggered. That ex is trying to bait you into being triggered. Life is trying to bait you into being triggered. The biggest thing that you can do, the biggest spiritual flex, is fucking laughing. Laughing. It's like when there is an entity, right? Or a ghost, and they're trying to fuck with you. The biggest thing that makes them like, oh fuck, like I'm not going to get this person. I'm just going to fucking leave because this is like not worth my time, is if you laugh. If you laugh, seriously, if there is a ghost in your house, just start laughing. Just start laughing at it. And it's like, well, this is boring. Like, fuck. Like, they're not going to engage. I'm out of here. I'm going to go bother someone who, like, gives a fuck, right? Literally, take my advice on this. The second you stop giving your power, giving your attention, even giving your words to things that are triggering you, they cease to exist in your reality. On this rant, another thing that I want to say, another way of dealing with things, for me, it is silence. It is like, I am not engaging anymore. I don't engage. I'm not here to argue. I'm not here to fucking be right. I'm not here to prove a point. I'm not engaging. I don't engage. Because you engage, and then they come back with their trigger and their wound, and then you're like trying to be right, and they're trying to be right. And it's like, whoa, back and forth. Like, the biggest fucking favor you can do yourself is just not engage. Just say nothing, right? Yeah, I know. They will realize, oh fuck, I just lost someone who is like amazing. That's very mature of them, not engaging. Eventually, maybe they won't. And it doesn't fucking matter if they do or not, because you keep your peace, right? So I'm going to summarize this entire rant, and I fucking just like throw my hands up and I'm just saying some shit now. And really, it is all just for you to feel the energy coming through this and know that you can be free at any minute you decide to be free, and laugh about it and not fucking take things so seriously. Right? That's what grandfather medicine, the biggest gift of grandfather medicine for me was like, stop taking shit so seriously. You graduated from all the hard spiritual shit. Stop it. Like, you only went through all of that stuff. So now in your human life, when some shit happens, you can just laugh and be an example. So when the world is burning, you're that bitch laughing and being like, oh wow, guess there's no diesel. We're gonna have to ride a horse and cart. No, that's like, it's gonna be pretty fucked if we run out of diesel. But when everyone around you is spiraling because there is no diesel, you're going to be riding your horse and you're going to be like, all of that spiritual training was worth it. So lighten the fuck up. That is my message for today. Lighten it up. Lighten up. Stop taking everything so seriously. Stop letting the external shit dictate how you feel. And I promise you, when you stop taking it seriously, you stop letting it determine how you feel, the stuff is just going to effortlessly happen. Effortlessly. I'm not fucking kidding when I say the number of things that have just effortlessly manifested: my house, my car, various other things. My support clients. Effortlessly. Because I was like, think I want this thing. Okay, cool. Wow, there's no resistance to that. I'm just going to let it happen. Then it was like, boom. Right? The only reason things are hard is because we create this fucking attachment to the pain of not having it. The pain of not having it. The story of being broke every time I look at my fucking bank account. And then so it can't manifest because you're creating so much resistance. So just drop the resistance. Stop letting it trigger you. Stop letting it determine how you feel. Feel that way anyway. And then it doesn't fucking matter. It'll like materialize. That is the new earth, right? That's how it operates. It's non-linear. It's non-linear. It's like, I'm going to jump into that timeline, and people talk about this timeline jumping. It's not new. This is not a new concept that I'm about to share. I'm going to feel that way. But actually what I want to share is from a higher level. This is, you're affecting the field from a imprinting. You're imprinting codes. You're literally imprinting codes into the atomic makeup of this field. You're recoding it and you're designing a whole fucking timeline, right? We are timeline creators. We are here to orchestrate and create realities, whole new realities. We can code them with our intention and collapse time and space at an atomic level. Yeah, abso-fucking-lutely. So stop letting that feedback, the external feedback, take that power away from you. Like, you don't like this reality? Cool. Get over the reason why you don't like it. Decide something else. And code and shape a new fucking reality. And if you're like, but it doesn't work, then I invite you, because I've had to do this many times, look at why you're not letting yourself have that. Honestly, like, most people don't look at, what story am I holding on to that I don't live in a reality where I get to fucking have a juicy, amazing existence. For me, it's like I have this thing of like contracting. I contract myself every time I'm about to up level because I'm like, fuck, can't possibly let people see me this radiant and this fucking rich and this like turned on and this happy and this powerful. It's not safe. So then I like collapse myself, and then I catch myself a couple weeks down the track where I'm like, why is everything stopped? Why do I feel shitty? And it's like, oh, I did that fucking thing again. And then I uncollapse myself because we're creators and we can do that. Click my fingers, boom, I'm not collapsed anymore. And then boom, I'm not collapsed anymore. Something will land within 24 hours. Every fucking time, guys. Every time. Yeah. So, just checking if there's any loose ends that I need to tie up, because I just feel like I've been just ranting. But again, I'm talking about how non-linear 5D is. So maybe this brain rant is an example of that non-linear energy. Anyway, no, that feels good. I feel complete. All right. Well, enjoy this transmission, I suppose. I hope you have the best rest of your day. Go reflect on some of the things that I said and just notice where you're still giving your power away to the external shit. Because I promise you, when you stop doing that, everything is going to shift for you. I love you. Goodbye.
Thank you for listening to another episode of Cracked Open. Don't forget to hit subscribe and share with a friend if this episode has served you in any way. For more information about the work that I do or to get in touch with me, read the show notes or head to beckmylonis.com. Until next time, beautiful soul.